Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in and hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. Hit the bell for notifications. So when we go live, you will know that we are live. But again, hit the bell. It keeps us in the algorithm, and it also um, a free way to support the channel. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Black Link Mag Media. We are here to talk about hot topics tonight. Hope that you will join in the conversation. I am dropping the link in the chat. So if you guys want, if there's anybody that wants to come up, you're welcome to do that. Or you can just chill out in the chat. That's cool too. Going to give YouTube a few more minutes to allow for people to come in and get the notification. Takes a few seconds, but we get there. We usually get there. So welcome, everybody. Good evening. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday. I'm sorry. It's been so many off days here and there, and so I kind of got mixed up. But happy Saturday. Come on in. Share out this live. Tag somebody. Let them know we're over here live. And we're talking hot topics tonight. A few hot topics that are just a few of the things that's going on in these streets is so much to talk about. We'll talk about a few of those things. So we're going to give people just a few minutes. Hi, happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Bear with us. We're just going to allow people to come in. Yay, kids are asleep. We ready to talk about it. I don't know why they messed up your name. It's messed up there. I don't know what happens when people come in. It just gives whatever name they want to give, but it's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome. I hope you will join in the chat or come up on the stage. We always put the link in the chat as we talk about these topics, but welcome. Thank you for seeing us and putting the kids to bed to spend a little time over here with us. Again, we're just going to give people a few minutes to get in so we can get this thing started. Get it started on this Saturday night. Where are you tuning in from? What state are you in? Let me see. Give me just 1 second, y'all. Texas, right up the road. I'm in Oklahoma. So is Texas warm? Today it was pretty outside, but it was cold and it was kind of windy. And I think we're preparing for some cold weather that's getting ready to come up next weekend, like winter weather, that I'm just not prepared for. Just not prepared for. My really, it's in the 80s. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I used to live in Texas. I used to live in Katy, right? And this past Christmas, I was in Oklahoma, and it was warm. But I remember in Katy in Christmas, we were wearing flip flops and shorts. It was hot like that. Me too. It's okay. It's too hot for that, right? Too hot for that. You guys, welcome in. Come on in and welcome our new subscriber here that has joined us live. What's your name? What can we call you? I'm Phases. Nice to meet you. Waiting on Montana and Harlem and everybody to get in so we can start. Let me see. I have hot flashes too. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, I know how that feels. I know how that feels. All right, so we're gonna wait for just a few minutes. Let me give them about one more minute, and I'll just start in on some of the lighter topics that we're going to talk about tonight as people continue to come in. So give us just a few minutes. Okay, so I did my due diligence. I shared out as well, and we can just get started. Let me see. So some people look at it. All right, so I wanted Montana to be here for this one, but we'll just get started. So let me pull him up real quick. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Again, don't forget that the like button, it keeps us in the algorithm. We are almost at 10K. And also, it's a free way to share the channel. Welcome, Montana. I think that's Montana. Why is it not showing the names right over here? Glad you made it though. So we get ready to get started with our conversations here. We got a few hot topics to talk about. It's been a couple of days since we went live, so we got to catch up. Hi there. Welcome back, Corporate Luxury. Thank you so much again for being here. Don't forget, you guys, hit the like button, share this out. Let's just jump right in. So my first topic of conversation is going to be about Dame Dash. So listen, you guys, we've heard about Dame Dash and him filing bankruptcy, which is no big deal. People do it all the time, right? The link is in the chat, you guys, if you want to come up. If not, we want to talk in the chat, that's cool too. But anyway, Dame Dash, we talked about people, you know, his bankruptcy was in the blogs and people were talking about it, no big deal. Saying that Dame Dash is broke. Here's the big deal though. Dame Dash gets on a lot of platforms and he has a sense of maybe overconfidence about himself, which is okay, that's still fine. But then like he'll say things about other people and then he has his downfalls. So basically, like he said that 50 Cent was never going to put a documentary out about Diddy, that it was all cap, right? And oh Lord, dang corporate. Julia James, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're gonna talk about it. So anyway, we're finding out that word has it that Dame Dash had an auction, and so he was auctioning off things, and people automatically say, hey, is this Montana? Oh, there's Montana. And anyway, people was like, oh, he's auctioning off his things. Dame Dash is broke. He needs money. Here's the thing about Dame Dash. Now, Dame Dash, a part of his auction was a film production company that he had. And this film production company is allegedly being rumored to sell for $100. Done messed all the names up. What happens, corporate? I do not know what's going on with the names. So if you're new here and we don't know who you are or know your names, just go ahead and drop your name so we'll call you by the correct name. Again, the link is in the chat if you want to come up and chat with me. Also and meet with me in Montana. Looking for whatever she looking for Harlem. She's not here yet, but hopefully she can make it. But anyway, back to Dame Dash. So he sold his film production or auctioned it off for $100. Now, depending on who spent that money for the film production, spent that $100, they could turn that film production into a multi-million-dollar production, right? Just depends on what connections they have, what they intend to do with it. Unfortunately, Dame couldn't do anything because nobody's out here checking for Dame Dash right now, right? Dame Dash is not like, I don't know what his intentions were for a film production company. Maybe he had good intentions, but no one's checking for Dame Dash. Now, Dame, you can go and get you a gig or get back on Love and Hip Hop, growing up loving hip hop or whatever the case may be, but nobody's checking for Dame Dash. $100 film production company, $100. So I can just imagine if this person has any ties to the industry that bought that film production, I'm wondering, like, did Dame sell it for $100 and there was a deal that he would get a percentage of the company if something popped off, right? I don't know.
$100 or 100,000?
$100, $100.
Dang, I wish I'd have known that.
Exactly. So, hey, Harlem, welcome. So, hold on, Julia. Hold on. I'm interested. I'm so interested. So anyway, I'm just thinking, like, you sold your film production for $100. So whoever, like I said, whoever gets their hands on it, if they have any ties to the industry, any connections to the industry, they could turn that into a multi-million-dollar company. Did Dame Dash use his brain and say, listen, okay, I'm gonna sell you this for $100 because it was auctioned off. Can we sit down and negotiate a percentage or anything of this this company that I'm just giving away. But as I said, nobody's checking for Dame. So he's going to have, if he does have a part in this, then maybe, he can make some coins that way. But right now, ain't nobody checking for Dame Dash. But $100, Montana, $100. That was the bottom line.
Dang.
Yes, corporate. I'm glad you did. Messed up all the names. I'm like, who is this? Who is that? Well, we want to welcome our new subscribers. We have a new subscriber. She said she put her kid to bed and came to the channel to listen in. And we're so thankful for her being here. I still don't have her name because StreamYard is messing up the names, or YouTube won. So sorry about that. But again, welcome. All right. So anyway, that's Dame Dash. We're going to move on to our next topic because again, Dame, sorry, Dame, no one's really checking for you. Sorry. All right. When we talk about the Diggs boys, right? I want to talk about this really quick. But before I do, as you guys come in, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, we do welcome you to the channel. This is a respectful platform. We agree to disagree respectfully. We have a lot of great conversation and dialogue going on. The link is in the chat if you want to come up with me in Montana. All good. So anyway, let's move on. This is Treavon Diggs, right? So we talked about Treavon Diggs a couple of days ago. So I want to kind of dig deeper into his story. So Treavon Diggs was playing for the Dallas Cowboys. As I said before, and I'll still stand by it, my husband is a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. No matter how bad they look, no matter what, he's going to roll with the Dallas Cowboys. I ain't mad at that. Anyway, Treavon Diggs, they had a game. They were out in Washington, D.C., and Treavon wanted to stay behind after the game and visit with family, do whatever he had to do, and be at the meeting on Wednesday. So what happened was Dallas Cowboys let Treavon go because he wasn't following the rules. Now, come to find out, which of course I'm not a sports person, but I'm getting there. But come to find out, they had a rule that we go together, we go together, we leave together, we come back together. So we fly out to this game together, and we're going to fly back together as a team. And so Treavon had asked if he could just stay behind, knowing that there were no more games ahead of them. Their season was pretty much over. They didn't have nothing to prepare for. And so he wanted to stay behind. And coach was like, no, the rule is we come here together on the plane, the entire team, and the entire team goes back to Dallas as a team. Treavon decided he was going to stay. So he broke the rules. Well, it wasn't just this one instance, I'm finding out. Earlier this year, Treavon had gotten hurt, and there is a particular physical therapist facility. There's a specific physical therapy facility that they use for the team. Treavon wanted to use his own physical therapist. So instead of using the team like they should, because the team they want him to use their chosen facility so they can track his progress, right? Well, he chose not to do that. And so word is that, hey, April Showers, thank you for being here. So word on the curb is that they were really kind of fed up with Treavon, even though he was a valuable team member. He made moves. They said that like 5% of the team usually make moves in the games, right? Only 5% of players make like real fire moves, right? That makes a difference. And Treavon is one of those 5% that is going to make some kind of move in the game to help the team along. He's a leader, right, on the team. And so, but they felt like that's why they continued to keep him on the team. But the last straw was that he stayed behind in Washington. And they said that what happened is Treavon just pushed the needle further a little quicker, that after the season, they were probably going to get rid of him anyway. So they got rid of him, and the Green Bay Packers picked him up. Now, for me, I feel like the Green Bay Packers are better than the Dallas Cowboys, and he got with a good team. Now, he left Dallas with a $97 million contract. The big question here is, did they give him $97 million or more? Because I know he wasn't going to accept anything less. So that still remains to be seen because I don't know that part of it. So Treavon did not want to follow the rules. So he decided that he was going to do what he wanted to do. And he got a team. He got on another team. He's going to be playing for the Green Bay Packers. Montana, do you think that's a good move for him? People seem to think the grass is greener on the other side with the Green Bay Packers. What do you think, Montana, or do you know?
Yeah. That was a better move. With his contract money, only thing Dallas got to pay him is what he's guaranteed. So if he had a $97 million contract, that don't mean he's necessarily going to make $97 million.
Right.
Out of that $97 million, probably only 75,000 or maybe 75 million or 60 million was guaranteed. So they're only going to pay him the money that was guaranteed.
Okay. So he did get picked to a new team, which is the Green Bay Packers.
And that was stupid on Dallas behalf. Because when you got a player of his caliber, like he's one of the top, you could put him in a top 20 player of defense in the NFL. So if you Dallas, why would you trade him to another NFC team?
Yeah, because they were saying that, but they tend to think that Treavon was just doing what he wanted to do because he's Treavon. But I would say the same thing. You already struggle. Why would you get rid of Treavon? You needed him. I feel like they needed Treavon. They said Treavon made all kind of moves on that field, and he was an important asset, which is why
he was
took so long to get rid of him.
See, one thing about it is when he did that made the NFC, the whole NFC conference mad, because when you got players of his caliber, you never trade players like that within the same conference, because what if next year you might have a good season and you got to face him?
Yeah.
So you trade him to the opposite, to the AFC. You should have sent him to Buffalo or somewhere, or the Jets or Miami or somewhere. You're supposed to stay away from him.
It's crazy. Hold on, let me see.
And then especially if you got the same coaching staff as last year and y'all play each other this coming season, he know the defense calls. He know the whole playbook.
Which is crazy to me. Like, I'm feeling like, so what we do know. So my question though is, like, did he go to Green Bay Packer and replace somebody? Like, did he boot somebody out their position?
No, what it is I don't think Green Bay made the playoffs. So he just probably had, even though he signed it, he's still gonna have to try out for the spot. He's still gonna have to battle for the position. Because you still got plenty players that's coming in the draft out of college this year that want to start a spot too. So you're gonna have to compete.
Well, it either way. So he was like, as they were having this conversation on this podcast about him, they were saying that that he, hold on, y'all. Yeah. They were saying that like the rule was that the only rule that would allow you to stay back from coming back with the team is that you would have to, where is my live? Are y'all there, Montana?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, hold on. I don't know where we went here. Okay, got it. The rule is like, if you stay behind and you leave with the team and don't come back with the team, it just has to be a family situation, right? Otherwise, you're breaking the law. You're breaking the rules. But either way it goes, Treavon Diggs has been picked up by Green Bay Packer. And even if he has to try out for the whatever he's trying out, whatever position, he's a bad man. So he will probably be all right. Who knows what's going to happen with Diggs? Both have crazy accusations against them. All right, so let's move on. Happy Saturday, you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, make the likes match. Thank y'all for being here. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next. I'm trying to get him up here, but I don't know that it's going to let me. What happened? April Showers. Okay. I was like, who is that? Hi, April. It's been a minute since you've been here. Welcome back. All right. So I want to move on to Will Smith really quick before we get into Treavon. Before we get into Stefon Diggs, let's move into Will Smith. And let's talk about it a little bit more. We have discussed it, but oh gosh. All right. Let me remove him and add them. So we discussed this earlier on about Will Smith. So for those of you guys that don't know or don't follow, I'm sure we all know about it, but just a little bit of recap about what's going on. So basically, there is a 15-page lawsuit that's been filed by this guy, BrianJoseph King, right? I think that's his name, BrianJoseph King, Brian King, against Will Smith. So basically, let's just go back and talk about it. So Brian King was on America's Got Talent. He plays the violin, and he was the top 3. He went on to play the violin and set on some sessions with some high-profile entertainers, who then referred him to Will Smith as a possible person that Will could use on like some of his shows or whatever else that he was that he had any shows that Will had coming up. So he met Will in person in 2024. He played the violin for him, and Will was like, yeah, you got it. So then in March, wait a minute. So then he had an upcoming show, Will did, in December of 2024. And he allowed for Brian to play in the show in December 2024. Everything went good. All is well. So from December 2024 to March 2025, it was a break, nothing really happening. And then Will came on in March 2025 to go on his tour. And so let me back up. So on the break between March and December, Will and Brian started meeting more, started getting closer, a close friendship relationship, business working relationship. And Will told him that allegedly, this is all alleged and what was in the lawsuit, Will said that he told Brian that Brian is someone that, let me just read my notes so I'm not getting it wrong. After that, Will invited Brian to be more involved in the shows and told him he was very valuable to the team. He said that as the relationship became stronger, he started allowing Brian to be a part of the show, or, you know, having a hand in the show, and coming up front more in the show. He told him that he has never had a relationship or a special connection to anyone like he has a special connection to Brian, which makes you side eye, and there's a red flag there, but whatever. He said then that's when the December March break kind of happened, March 25. That's when they went on tour to Las Vegas. They were flown out to Las Vegas. In the lawsuit, it says that Will Smith reserved all the rooms. Well, probably his team, Will Smith's team, reserved the rooms. There's a spreadsheet that goes out to the team that tells them what room they have, what room that each person is going to be in. So so the only people that has access to this list of rooms is the hotel staff and the team, right? Only the team, the crew members have access to the room sheet. So about 11 a.m. after they got to Vegas, 11 a.m. they the crew got dropped off at the venue. And Brian had left his bag in the vehicle, and in his bag also was his room key. He just left it there. So Brian went to management and asked management, "Hey, can you go get my bag? I left it on the van or on the, however they got there." And so management came back and said, it was about 3:00 when he asked for his bag, and management said they cannot find his bag. It's nowhere to be found, right? Management comes back a couple of hours after that, about 5-ish. He has his bag. His key is in the bag. So about 11 p.m. that night, after the show, after everything went on, they go to the room. This is March 20th, 2025. They get to the room 11 p.m. at night, and that's when he walks in the room to find wipes, beer bottle. It was evidence that someone had been in his room. There was the HIV medical bottle. There was emergency room documentation of unknown person that he didn't know, and discharge papers. And he knew that someone had been in his room. So what he did, he said he felt unsafe. So he notifies the rest of the team. He notifies the front desk. He also fills out an incident report and asks for a new room because he didn't feel safe. So after he went and told the crew what happened, told the hotel desk what happened, filled out the incident, they get back to LA or wherever they were. They were doing a pre-recording, but then they were going to head to New Mexico. He goes to the pre-recording. When he gets there, management tells him he's too late. They'll just see him in Mexico. So they didn't let him do the pre-recording. When it's right before it's time to go to New Mexico, they call him and they fire him. They said that he's not needed anymore, but immediately was replaced with someone else. This guy that told him he was fired was Tim Miller. So I don't know if this is Will Smith's management, Will Smith's people, whoever told him he was fired. So that's the story. That's the backstory, right? I'm having a little trouble with the fact that Brian could win this case in that. Okay, so the big bulk of why he's suing him is for retaliation. He feels that he was fired for telling what happened with the room and telling the crew members and filing the incident report. So he feels like Will Smith and his team retaliated on him by firing him. So the bulk of the lawsuit is retaliation. I really don't know how his attorney's going to go at this or how he's going to fight this, in that there's also some actual grooming, actual conversations he's having in this lawsuit that he's saying that was made by Will Smith. But I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on how an attorney would tackle this, where it would be a dub for Brian. Like, how can he win this case with just this information, especially on actual assault basis or grooming or whatever? I'm still not, I guess for me, I would have to read the whole entire 15-page lawsuit. I just got the highlight of it, but I would have to read the whole entire lawsuit to really understand or really even say that he has a nice chance at winning this lawsuit. Now, like corporate said, Will, we've not heard a peep out of Will, but we also have to understand his wife is being sued as well on some harsher complaints, with some hardcore evidence, allegedly, is what we're being told. So I'm just not sure about this. Like, yeah, me too, Harlem. Like, I need to, I have several questions. So I think it's a matter of getting our hands on this lawsuit to totally read all 15 pages to understand what is happening here. Let me see. No wonder Jada treated him the way she did. So he has the same lawyer that's suing Tyler Perry. Oh, which is fine. But I want to know what the strategy is going to be. Like, I know they're not going to say this is going to be our strategy, but what is going to, and that's saying a lot. Having this lawyer saying a lot, because he believes that there's probable cause to move forward for this lawsuit, right? I still just need to know. Quincy Jones allegedly groomed him. Quincy Jones groomed who? Will? April? And then Harlem says April, Jada is not clean. Neither one of need clean. Neither one
I
of
don't
them.
know
No.
about the essay part because he look like he'll go after any man that wants him.
Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly.
He look like Nia Long at 67 years old.
Montana.
He look like a 67-year-old Nia Long.
So, like, yeah, I think that if all he has is to say that Will did these things to him, if that's all he has is him saying it, I think there has to be some harder proof on the actual part. I'm not even sure on this room thing, because how can you prove it was a part of the team that even did it? Now, he is saying his bag was on the van, his room key was in there. All of a sudden, his bag is missing. He asked for his bag. They can't find it, but 2 hours later, oh, here's your bag. So I really don't know about this one. I really don't know for him to compete up against Will and the powerful lawyers that Will is going to have, what this outcome is going to look like.
Yeah, I don't think he got enough evidence either. All thing I could tell you is just leave the industry alone, just enjoy you and your violin, man. That's all you can have left. After Will get finished with your behind.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want to say that it didn't happen. I want to say that I want to read the 15 pages to really see. But I'm at this point, with all I have, with the only thing that I have, I don't know. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, that he's not a victim. I'm saying how is he proving it? How is he going to get to prove it? He did go do the incident report with the hotel. He immediately told management. He immediately told hotel staff. He immediately requested a new room. So, I mean, he did all the things. But again, in a court of law, proving it, how do you prove it?
Then his picture just look like it's staring at me like I got an answer for him or something.
Montana. April, it's okay. April, that's all good. It's all good. So anyway, we're going to continue, of course, to follow this. Like, it is really strange how Will has not said anything. He said he has said nothing about nothing, which it feels like with Tyler Perry. Let's talk about Tyler really quick with his lawsuit. Now, Tyler Perry immediately came out, well, not immediately, a day or two later, came out with his own text messages to really say that this is not true. Look at him. He's asking me for money. This is to prove a money grab, right? But then Mario Rodriguez, I think that's his name. Mario Rodriguez. Is that right, Harlem? He comes right back out. And he's like, listen, this is why I'm doing it. This is why I didn't do it before. I'm sorry to anybody that it happened to after me. Like, there have been several people. Listen. This seems to be the talk of the industry, that this same stuff is happening with these powerful people, And Montana, people like you that don't want to hear their stories, right? Or don't want to believe their stories
But at the same time,
because they didn't come, hold on, Montana, because they didn't come out immediately and tell their truth. So the text messages, yes, the text messages were doctored. I believe that. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. He wanted somebody to believe what he had to say. And so if I post these text messages, this may make it more believable that he's out for a money grab, right? That's just my opinion. He's a billionaire. Why would he give the text message? Why would he? He's a billionaire is the whole thing. Why would he even come out and say anything? Like, you don't say nothing. You go on about your day and let your lawyers handle it and come back to you and talk to you about it, right? That's what I would think would happen. He didn't come out with text messages when other people came out against him. What were you going to say, Montana?
Say this right here. Same thing with this guy right here. He pulled the trigger too fast. See, if this is going on, you want to make it believable. You want to at least build your evidence up before you come out with it.
I can agree.
I believe he pulled the trigger too fast.
I feel like I can agree in that, and that's only I'm saying that because of the fact that I haven't read the lawsuit. And I don't know what else, how in depth it is or what kind of evidence he have. But if we're going off of what we're talking about right now today, I feel like it's going to be a struggle to prove it. To prove it. Not that I'm saying didn't happen, but how do you prove it? Did he take pictures of the room when he went in there to see it, how it was? Does he what do you have as evidence, or do you just only have your word?
He could have had a voice recording. He could have had a voice recording and stuck the phone in his pocket or something. Just to have conversations with you and the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like if he would have waited,
yeah, he could have waited. He should have waited and built up stuff.
Get more solid evidence, maybe. Yeah. Let me see what the chat is saying really quick here, since we moved on to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, exactly. Okay. And Tyler Perry did it allegedly. Walter Hampton been talking about Tyler Perry, that he did it. So here's my thing. I'm going to say this, April, and to the whole chat, right, about Tyler. There's been several people that came out. Hey, beauty, is me. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. There's been a lot of people that's come out against Tyler Perry, right? Christian Keys did not come out and say it, but Christian Keys, but he alluded to it, right? And so I'm going to say, I just kind of speculated, like a lot of people, that it was Tyler Perry. With everything that he was saying, it just rolled back to Tyler Perry. And then you have Derek coming out and saying the same thing, same type of look, cute guy, same situations that's happening to him. He gives us detailed information. The lawsuit is still out there. It hasn't gone away. Tyler Perry didn't come out with text messages or say anything against Derek. And Derek posted pictures. Derek posted text messages. And then here we come with Rodriguez. He's saying the same thing about Tyler Perry. They're saying that Tyler Perry allegedly is not bi. He's totally gay. And that's just allegedly. That's just what people are saying about him. Like, what is going on? Like, is this what we are finding out, or what we have always known and people are just now saying, is that this industry has always been like this and people were afraid to come out. And so now it feels like they're targeting the black man. They're targeting the billionaires. But what did these guys do for even people to even be able to say something on their name? I was looking at Cam Newton. He was on an interview with someone. When we go back, we're getting ready to talk about Stefon Diggs. And he was like, why was Stefon even talking to the chef? Like, that's what you have an assistant for. You roll all that stuff through them, because you can't trust people being the caliber of person that you are. You roll all that stuff through that, so people can't even say they had access to you. Not that they don't want to be, Cam said, not that he doesn't want to be sociable or talk to people, but because he can't trust people, right? So if he know he not doing nothing, I'm gonna roll all that through my assistant, let them handle it. They won't get a chance to say I did something. Tyler Perry, on the other hand, is going to events and handpicking men of his liking, of what he seem to have liked, and whether they were in the business or not, he is hiring them on to work for him, to ultimately blow up in his face with them saying that he's doing these things to him. So this industry has just been like this, and people are just now really talking about it. There was an ex-football player on one of his old shows. He was liking Mario's post on IG. So it makes me believe it's true. He must know something. You see, and that's why I feel like, in addition to that, Harlem, I feel like that's why Tyler Perry came out with the text messages, to kind of distract and throw you off, because it's getting hot. The heat is turned up on him.
Matter of fact, this is what I'm about to do. This could be the meme for this whole subject right here. I'm about to send you the meme, like I did the last time.
Let me see.
You hear me?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, I heard you. I'm sorry. My daughter was texting. So yeah, Harlem, that's what I think. I think that the heat is turning up on him and his wife and everybody else. The heat is turning up. People are coming out, and they're getting nervous. Like, am I going to end up like this? Like brother Bilal, he said by the end of the year, we're going to see Will and Jada. This is what Bilal said on his interview, in a criminal criminal court. Montana, you stupid. Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
That's what they all should have did.
I agree. So let me show y'all what this man said, but 20 years ago, they were definitely not coming out. They wasn't coming out.
You showed the chat?
Yeah, I did. Right. We saying Will is quiet, but he gonna let his people handle it. I think that's what it is. I think with Will being who Will is, like the rest of them, he needs to be quiet and just let it play out how it's going to play out through the courts. Because if he come out and say something, he's going to say the wrong thing, and then it's going to be the court of a public opinion, and it's going to go all bad. It's going to be all bad. But I wanted to show y'all what this guy was saying here. I'm going to share my screen on this one. Okay, let me share my screen. So to your point, and to what we were saying, is that if you're at the status that a Tyler Perry is, or if you're at a status where a Will Smith is, a Sean Combs is, and people are coming out and you don't say nothing. Like, you don't come out and make a public announcement about what's going on. You don't say anything. And so what you're saying, Montana, is when it was happening, they should have been yelling for help, right? So And you even back then, right? But what I'm saying is back then, people definitely were not coming out talking about what was happening to them. For one, people wanted to be in the industry. They were compromising their morals and values. For two, they were afraid of the big machines. They were afraid of these big, powerful men that could scare them to pieces. That's why they weren't coming out. But check out what this man said about what's going on. Right here.
Back to the real victims out there, to the real victims that have been, you know, in heavily traumatized situations, that's been dealing with things, that have been essayed, you understand? Because it's the second day of the new year, and it's like I don't want to scroll down, and I'm seeing these niggas post things that I feel like I don't understand. I don't know if I believe these niggas. You understand? Because if a man put his meat on you, he should be put to sleep. Why are you telling us these stories 20 years later? It's real victims out there. You understand? You're taking things for granted. You see, I got kids. I got a daughter that's on Instagram that's looking at things and may think that this is how it goes. If a man play with you like that, he should be put down. Period. Point blank. We don't want to hear the stories 20 years later, because honestly, is it clout or is it attention? I don't understand. I just don't get it.
All right. So
and he ain't lying. You should put him to sleep. Send him to his Lord Jesus Christ and Savior.
Let me get this off of here. So is he saying like he straight out just don't believe him because it was 20 years ago? Like just because they're just now saying something, like he don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It happened 20 years ago, so that makes it irrelevant or a non-factor because it happened 20 years ago. Like, yeah, they should have called the police. They should have made records. Did y'all hear me say they were scared? They were afraid of these powerful men that can make things happen to them. So why is it that, like, I don't get why. I'm trying to understand why he's saying he don't want to hear it. He said, and like, yes, Harlem, everybody heals and deals with traumas differently. You can't tell someone when they should speak. Exactly. Or even if they should. It's in their time, and everybody deals with it differently. And until you've been in that situation, you can't say what you'll do or what you won't do, or when you'll tell, or if you'll tell, or if you like, you can't say that. But should they have maybe call the police? Absolutely. But that's just our opinion. People do things in their timing when they're healing and able or get the strength enough to do it, depending on what the situation is. And I feel like he just came out and was just like, F it. If it was 20 years ago, don't talk about it. Don't say nothing about it. We don't want to hear it. They have the police judge other. Yep. They have everybody on their side. And so what people are saying, even if I was to come out, how is that going to help me? I'm going to be the one to look bad, and they're going to be the one to call their police friend up to call the judge, to tell the judge to say this because this happened, to save them, and they'll pay them $1 million.
But with him, he don't care anyway because he's sassy anyway. So he don't care.
Hold on, y'all. Montana, keep going for just a second. I got to do something for my daughter real quick.
The man got lime green hair in his head, y'all. So you know he don't care. I ain't never seen a man with lime green
Montana,
hair.
you cannot judge people from their appearance. You can't do that. Okay, I'll be right back.
The man got on lip gloss and all. What y'all saying? Sorry, but our culture doesn't believe in discussing problems with a counselor. So that's years of trauma you hold in. Okay, yeah, I could somewhat believe that because at the end of the day, you got a lot of people saying Every time you go through something, oh, you could have called me. You could have called me. Nobody want to hear the same stuff that everybody else say about pray about it. Nobody want to hear all that same stuff over and over again. Everybody say the same stuff. So I can understand that, Harlow. April Showers money talks. That's why they get away. Yeah, but at the same time, I believe he should have had his evidence in order before he came out public. Because when he got his evidence in order, ain't nothing that these perpetrators could say or do to deflate it. Because it's out there now. You can't deny that. You got to put stuff out there that the perpetrator can't deny. So much of this mess going on in the family dynamics as well. Yeah, like with Will's situation, you could kind of allegedly you could kind of believe it because they had freaky stuff going on all their life. I never want to be a part of a marriage that what's up, APZ? I ain't never want to be a part of a marriage that I get to sleep with whoever I want to sleep with, and she sleep with whoever she want to sleep with. And then the son, allegedly the son supposed to be going that way too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just dysfunctional family to me, allegedly. It's just a whole dysfunctional. Like, what was the purpose of getting married if you could openly sleep with other men? You can't speak for a victim.
Speak for a victim. To me, 40 to talk about my trauma. I don't say it again, April. But I kind of hear what I know what you're kind of trying to say. Then you're right. We can't. That's why I said if you haven't been in that situation, then you can't speak on what you would or would not do because you haven't experienced that. That's just like I'm sorry. That's just like having like people's parent die and you say, "Oh, I know how you feel," but your parents are still. You can't say how they feel. You don't know how that feels until that happens to you. So if you've never been victimized, you've never been in a situation where you were groomed and something happened to you and somebody violated you, then you can't speak on how that person should handle it, what that person should do, how long that person should be to how long that person takes to heal. That is not our place to say that. He
Well, I
can't.
apologize to anybody who I offended in the chat.
No, I'm just saying, no, Montana. We're just saying, I'm talking about this man that came out talking about, that's who I was referring to. This man that came out and said, I don't want to hear what happened 20 years ago. I don't want to hear it. Maybe it took them 20 years to be able to even get it out of their mouth. Do you hear Aubrey O'Day, how she talked about and how you can see that her trauma is all over her? When she was in that documentary, it was just, you could just see that she had been traumatized. Who is he, Harlem? Who is, let me Google him.
But still on my behalf, y'all, I apologize to anybody in the chat who I offended. To me, I just speak my mind.
Right.
So a lot of things that I say when I speak my mind, it do offend people. But hey, I be trying to keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see. It says that he's the platinum selling American hip hop artist from Brooklyn, known for hits like High Hater and All the Above, who overcame a troubled past involving crime and decade in prison to build a successful music career, becoming a
And he was
respected
whack.
voice for mentorship, community advocacy, and resilience in the hip hop world, as well as a radio personality.
His music
Okay.
was whack too. Yeah, his
Was
music
it? I
was
don't
whack.
know him.
Yeah, his
I
music was whack. I never
didn't know
liked
who
him.
he was. Okay. So anyway, that's I slid Tyler Perry in there, but that's Will Smith. We'll continue to follow the story. I'm going to try to figure out how to get my hands on that the full lawsuit. We had a couple of pages, but I want to read the full lawsuit. I just want to know more. You got to tell me more. Give me more. Let's move on. If I got it, did it pop up? So they're saying, let's move on to Stefon Diggs. So we know what we do know about Stefon Diggs is that he's been charged with keep living, you'll learn. Keep living, you'll learn. It's true. And then let me look at this real quick. April says, look at Lil Nas X. They use these people for their agenda and threw him under the bus. It's sad. It was sad what happened to him, but I'm glad that he is getting the help that he needs, but it's just really sad. Harlem, oh my God, y'all keep throwing stuff at me. Oh my God, don't tell me that. By who? Come on, by who? Now we ain't seeing she pregnant by Diggs, are we, Stefon? Let's get into Stefon and Cardi B and all of it. So Stefon Diggs was charged with strangulation. Hold on, I want to get the charges right. I'm gonna say them all. All right. He was charged with strangulation and assault on his chef that he hired a private chef to come and live on the property in the home with him. They had an altercation allegedly over money, which when I heard it and I saw how pretty she was, I thought that it's probably more than a chef employee-employer relationship, in that he was getting upset with all the men in her phone that she had talked to, or whatever man in her phone, and telling her to delete that number. Because if that's just the chef and just the employee, it doesn't matter who's on her phone. What are you in her phone for? What are you looking at her text messages for? Anyway, bust up in her unlocked room. She wants to talk to him about getting paid. He's telling her she's lying. Strangulation. So then a day or two later, another woman comes out and says that she has a paternity, sues him for a paternity test or something to show that he is the father of her baby. And so if that was the case, and if the paternity test shows that that's the baby, guess what that means? He was being intimate with this woman without any protection. The same time he was with Cardi B without any protection, because Cardi just had a baby, and now this woman is having a baby. So then they say, well, Stefon Diggs came out and spoke on it, which no, he didn't. So let's go look. Stefon Diggs spoke with reporters ahead of the Patriots season has decided to address the public following his recent felony charges. Diggs spoke with the reporters ahead of the Patriots season finale and apologized for not addressing the situation sooner. He explained that the ongoing legal case has limited what he can say publicly. It's a different kind of time dealing with everything, Diggs said. It's definitely an open case, so I can't even say anything about it. It's a different time, very emotional time. I'm taken back by some things that's been going on. During the media session, Diggs made it clear he was only there to discuss football. When reporters asked questions that appeared to reference the case, he shut them down by asking, "Is that a football question?" Let's take a look. come on. Okay. Let me share it. Dang it. Sorry, y'all. Yep.
I will be open to any football questions, anything you want to know. So I don't want to be rude or disrespectful in any way. So if anybody asks me a question that's pertaining to it, I'm obviously just give you a look. Y'all kind of know me at this point, but shoot.
What kind of support have you had, Stefon, from your teammates? We saw you yesterday on the field breaking huddle, and it seems like you're the leader out there at this point still.
Is that a football question?
Well, it's not about any sort of crime. It's just about how you lead and how your teammates support.
Regarding football, I'm gonna continue to be the guy I've been. Trying to finish the season strong.
Have you and Christian talked or texted?
Christian is my close teammate. Talk about what person?
Christian Barmore, you and he both dealing with some stuff off the field. I mean, have you talked?
Is that a football question? Try not to be rude. I said it in the beginning.
I hear.
So basically, Stefon Diggs did not come out and address what had happened because he can't talk about it, and which I think is very smart for him because he definitely doesn't need to be talking about what's going on with his case. And not only that, Julie, I don't know if she's still here or not, Julia, but I'm gonna post what she said. Where did she post that? Did I miss it? All right, so she first came out and said this. She said, Stefon Diggs is HIV positive. He has been since he got with Cardi B. This is alleged, y'all. This is alleged. And then she says this. I just want to give you the information. The federal police know Cardi B is a drug dealer. She recently traveled to Saudi Arabia to deliver a cargo plane shipment of allegedly, y'all, allegedly. Oh my gosh. So that anyway, this is what she's saying. And now we're hearing that the chef that came out that filed the charges, the felony charges against Stefon Diggs is allegedly, we don't know. We're just saying what we heard. We don't know, allegedly pregnant. And not only pregnant, but pregnant by Stefon Diggs. Now, would that shock me? No, because I said when I first heard these charges come out against him, that I don't think it's just an employee-employer relationship. Our fire thing, the battery needs to be changed. Where is it? The fire thing, I have to tell him. Okay. But anyway, what did she say? And Harlem says, that's the talk on Twitter, and yes, by Stefon. So anyway, here's my thing. Stefon is smart by not saying anything about these charges on him. These are very serious charges. We were thinking by yesterday, they would come out and say that, have a press conference about this and maybe put him on restriction or like make him be off with pay or whatever the case may be. But there still has not been a press conference. They asked Stefon about, him playing football, his future. He's like, I'm just going to continue doing what I do, playing for my team, doing the best I got, giving the best I got. Like, we're going to move forward. So nobody's really addressed it as far as NFL and what kind of, or how they're going to move forward with the allegations that has been brought out. Now, if this woman is pregnant, allegedly, if she is pregnant and he put hands on her, that's bad. It's going to be bad for him. It's already bad for him. It's a bad look already, but it's going to be even worse. So I think the reason, this is just my speculation, my opinion, she wasn't going to come out and first she wasn't even going to say who did it to her. She just wanted her money. She finally said who did it, but she took several days before she decided to press charges. And I'm thinking, is that because they was in some kind of relationship, or because She was saying it's because he's a big name, he's a powerful man with all this money. I don't want to come out. What are you guys' thoughts about Stefon Diggs, Cardi B? They're saying this is what also sources are saying. They're dragging Cardi B in this, but no one is dragging Cardi B in it if allegedly Cardi B picks up a phone and calls this woman and tries to pay her off and not move forward with the charges. What are y'all thinking? Let me know in the chat what you got, April, what you got, Montana. What are y'all thinking about Stefon Diggs and this whole debacle? Like, it is a bad thing. It's bad situation.
If it's true that she allegedly is pregnant, shit, congratulations, she secured her bag. That's probably all she wanted anyway, was to secure her bag.
Well, Montana, I disagree. And I wanted to say to you, keep living, baby. Keep living. Because we are in the age of Aquarius and everything is being revealed. Everything is being revealed. It's shocking. Some people don't want to believe it. And everything is being revealed. I mean, it's all in the Bible. Everything's being revealed. So we can never say what has not happened, what could happen. I believe Cardi B did call that woman to pay it off. She wants to keep.
And I believe she did too, April.
I believe she did too. Now, and this is our opinion.
But what I'm saying is,
right, Montana. This is our opinion that we believe that Cardi did it, whether we know or not. We think it. I think it.
What I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, when I'm saying like she secured her bag, is because boom, that man was messing. If that man was messing with that lady,
and never have a good relationship in life because of something somebody else did to them. And then they got to look at these people like they are so happy-go-lucky and they're with another person and you can't sleep at night. You're having nightmares. Yeah, they should get paid.
But what I'm saying is with Stefon Diggs' situation, right? Like, I believe Cardi did call that lady. You know, like she's supposed to. That's her man. She's supposed to protect him at all costs. But at the same time,
well, wait a minute. If that's your man, why would you call another woman if it wasn't true? We'll see you in court. She ain't even paid time to pay.
But listen though. If
ain't no listening to it.
What I'm
she
saying
has not paid Tasha K the money she owe her. Cardi B said she drugged and raped men.
But what I'm saying is, I don't believe he assaulted any type of SA her or none of that stuff. Like, I believe that it was both consensual. They both wanted it. And she got pregnant as a result, and I believe she wanted the baby.
Who is this? The chef?
Just in case her chef business don't succeed in the future, she know that child support money will succeed her in the future.
Cardi wasn't supposed to get involved if she did do it, right?
Look at the money. Look at the money Stefon is making in New England. Why would she want to be a part of that bag too if she can be a part of it?
New England.
Yeah, New England, where Stefon Diggs play at.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You got a nice contract over there.
Yeah, $67 million.
So she know if her chef business or her food service business or whatever don't make it in the future, she know the money that she'll be getting for child support for her newborn baby will goddamn gonna secure her for the rest of her life.
But what was said about Cardi B that she wasn't supposed to get involved, or she did get it? What happened? Did somebody say something? Because I agree with Harlem. Like, whatever the situation was, like somebody said the other night that Cardi
why would you get involved in something if it ain't true?
Right. And well, why would you even get involved? Put yourself in that instead of have a conversation with your man.
Not even a husband.
Hold on just a minute. Just a second. How for me, I'm saying how even if he did it, right? And Cardi's your girlfriend, Cardi shouldn't put herself in a position that she could get coercion charges trying to pay this woman off to not file the charges against him. She should have a conversation with him to say, listen, you need to resolve that. You need to get fit. Don't put yourself in it. But people are saying people are dragging Cardi in it. Cardi shouldn't be in it anyway.
But listen, what Cardi did wasn't illegal. That's just like you. If you was a multimillionaire, right? If you was a multimillionaire and you got a woman claiming allegations on your brother, wouldn't you want to call that woman and say, I give you $200,000, just leave my brother alone. You go your way, I go my way.
No. This is Cardi B. You can't put an everyday person in the same bag with Cardi B, and Cardi B should not, even if that's her man. She's Cardi B. She got kids, and her life is everything she does, people pick it apart. So instead of getting in the middle of it, go talk to your man behind closed doors and advise him to do the right thing. That's what I'm saying. Cardi shouldn't get in it and calling this woman for this woman to even be able to have her name in her mouth to say that she even tried to pay her off. That's my opinion. I don't think she should have called her.
Hey Harlem, like I don't believe that she can get charged with adultery because everybody in the world know, yes, she's still married and going through divorce, but they separated. He doing his own thing. The whole world know they separated.
But there are laws against married people adultery.
But if that's the case,
you can be charged with adultery in some states and don't have to be paid. You don't even have to pay spousal
But the whole world knows she dating Stefon did. She at the game with him every Sunday. Fox show it on the TV. CBS be showing it on the TV. And the whole world know that she just had a baby by him.
Another woman?
Y'all, let's talk let's not talk over each other because I didn't hear what you said, April. What did you say?
I'm saying, so what if she's with him? That don't give her the right to call another woman over incident she had with him.
It doesn't. And aren't there adultery laws? Cardi B is married, had a baby in the marriage. She better be hoping Offset don't get wind of how he can get her for everything she got for having a baby still during marriage. But even so is what I'm saying, Montana, respectfully. Yes, it's her man, but she got too much to lose to be getting in the middle of his mess that he's doing behind her back. If he's messing with this chef behind her back and allegedly now have her pregnant, Cardi shouldn't get in it, period. Even if she wasn't pregnant, Cardi shouldn't say nothing to that woman. She should be checking her man for saying, you my man, but you got your chef living in there and you scorn her and possibly have her pregnant. I mean, you don't agree with that, Montana?
Listen, just like I said, at the end of the day, she just being the person she is, she protected. I feel that she protected him, which is she supposed to.
Protect her man.
Okay, so I want to chime in. I want to chime in on what he just said.
Okay.
So being the person that she is, she's a rich, powerful woman.
Yep.
So who can pay off people? That's what type of woman she is.
And you think she gonna lose her career behind this? No.
Yes.
No.
Cardi B gonna have her day too, baby.
No.
She already said what she did.
What she did to make it. Gonna drop her
when they decide to come after these people, baby, they're coming for everything they've ever said and done. When they decide to bring Cardi B down, the first thing they're gonna do is bring up what she said. She DRUGGED. Man, she set him up.
She said it.
And stole from her. She said it, not us.
She
said it. Oh yeah, she'll be going down in a couple of years. She's making the money now.
It's a matter of time. And what I'm saying,
they're all gonna get their karma.
Yeah,
they might not get their karma for the person that they with, or people think they done changed. But she's gonna get her karma for what she did.
But we not the judge of her karma.
My thing is that also you've been in court so much. You got four kids now. You shouldn't be in no mess. You shouldn't be in no mess for the simple fact they watching you, Cardi. They are watching you. And it doesn't matter. Like, I'm sorry, this man looks like he's a no good man because he has So many babies the same age, so many women. Now here comes the chef talking about she could possibly, or we are hearing that she's possibly pregnant by him. That's supposed to be a private chef. And then it was alleged that during this her staying there, she said this whole thing is a circus because in every bedroom there's a woman. What? Protect a man, like what a man that a man that been with Mary, Sue, and Jane. Like I said, adultery, regardless of whatever she protects her husband. It's true. And it's legally her husband, legal and binding. And you guys, Stefon Diggs was on a boat with all these women surrounding him. We saw it. And him and Cardi was together. He passing them something, talking about try this and come back and holler at me. Like, no, doesn't need to be protected. There shouldn't have been a phone call from no girlfriend to this chef. That's just my opinion.
I feel the same way. Black ink. But check this out. Montana.
I'm gonna say this right here.
Hold on, Montana. Go ahead.
Can you let me finish?
Yeah,
I want to say this here, Montana. As my parents used to tell me, you keep on living. You gonna learn to not speak up so fast about what people doing. Baby, as you can see, we've seen the priests, what they do. The pastors, what they do. Look at that woman that just killed her husband. I mean, unalived her husband in Montgomery, Alabama, the pastor. He had been beat her while she was pregnant. So you don't never say what nobody wouldn't do. Nobody. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Go ahead, Montana.
Now, it just brings me back to this. Allegedly, how I said it was if, Cardi B protected her man. But what if Cardi B was paying her off so she won't say nothing about Cardi B because maybe they was doing stuff together as a threesome? And hey, just to clear me up.
So we can't put none past nobody. So we just don't know. We just don't know. But the way Cardi cuts for him, regardless, the way she comes at people if they say stuff about their relationship, I don't know that I would even go there and say they were doing that. I would just say that what I would believe or I could see Cardi doing is now we see this is bad. It's getting ready to turn bad. Let's just call this woman and tell her to shut it down. How much money she needs? Let me pay her to shut it down.
Yeah, because maybe her name involved.
I don't think that I wouldn't go so far as to say, I wouldn't go so far as to say that they were doing a threesome or nothing. I don't even think that I wouldn't even go so far, and I definitely wouldn't say that. Okay, April, thank you. I definitely wouldn't say that she knew that he was. I don't know. Maybe she did know that he was doing the shit.
I mean, reason what bring me up to that conclusion because you got to think the unthinkable, and then with her music, she rap about nasty stuff like that.
Who, Cardi?
Yeah.
That's what sells, though. For her.
So, but at the end of the day, Stefon got his own money to pay his own bribes. So why would she have to call that lady for a bribe? I believe that bribe was probably for her.
I respect you. I respect you, Montana. But I don't agree. I agree to disagree to that. It's just we don't know. It's just my speculation that Cardi.
What if it come out later?
Cardi cuts for Stefon Diggs. She will go to bat for that relationship, her man. And when they saw it getting ugly, and this chef was getting ready to go file these charges. They got wind that the police had been called. She was like, oh no, I'm not about to lose my man. She got on that phone and said, look, this is crazy. This is not even that big of a deal. Let me pay you this some money to go away. That's how I think it happened. That's exactly how I think it happened. He got women everywhere. And he's popping out, they popping out babies left and right.
Hey, y'all see my YouTube name when I first came in the chat.
Hey, APZ, did I not see you come in, girl? What'd you say, Montana?
Hey, y'all see my name. I don't blame Stefon. Y'all see my name when I first came in the chat.
What was it?
You probably got to scroll back up. But
Okay.
yeah,
Let me see.
hey, APZ, I finally got somebody to agree with me, bro. That's all she do. That's all she rap about. Is get licked on by other women or men and getting stuff done. You know what I'm saying? That's all she talk about. So like Stefon got way more money than her.
For the streets, all 2026. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Listen, that man got way more money than her. Why she got the call to put bribes in for him? She calling that lady to put bribes in for herself.
Because she loves her man.
You know,
she don't want the relationship to I'm sorry, I keep talking over you. I'll hold it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's either one of the two.
Because she loves her man and she don't want this relationship to fail because Offset is watching, right? And her husband's watching, and he's already denied the $10 million pay. She keeps digging a bigger hole, having a baby while married. Now you're putting yourself in his situation. Like she's not moving right now. She's not moving right now. I don't see how doing threesomes with a house full of women. See her doing house. I don't. I just don't. I don't think it. I don't think I'm gonna even go so far as to say I don't think she had anything to do with the chef. I think that whenever they got word of that the police had been called is when they started trying to clean it up and get her paid off. She may have APZ, but as far as the chef, I don't think the chef is one of them, or she didn't make it yet.
Then the thing about it is, I don't care if I offend any people in the chat, but that chef, she should have took whatever Cardi B offered and hard, but because now you find all these charges and you ain't got no evidence that this man hit you, and then you gonna have to wait months or maybe years to go to trial to win a suit to get some money if you do win the lawsuit. She should have went ahead and took that dang on money and hard, but
it's crazy. All I know
is it's gonna be years before she get in the courtroom.
Here's the thing about it is I love me some Cardi B. I love her music. I love everything about Cardi B. But I just feel like she need to just step back because Stefon ain't that settled down one woman man. It doesn't look like it to me. He hasn't been so far. That just I got Cardi B now. All bets are off. I don't want none of y'all. But still, she just had a baby and it's in every bedroom, a woman in every bedroom. What are they there? Just guests of the night? But I mean, I'm just stop by to holler at you.
What part, ABZ?
It's not far-fetched what Montana is saying. Okay, all right, I get that, APZ.
What part on APZ?
I think she maybe talking about APZ. You talking about that she could have possibly been with the chef and just trying to cover her butt or what? these days she doesn't need evidence. Her testimony is enough. Pretty much is how that's been looking. That pretty much that's how it's been looking. The police officer that she talked to, said she came in distraught. And so that's gonna help her case. Like these words they use, that's gonna help her case. But I'm not gonna say that she should have took the money if she felt like she was abused, that she was not paid, that he mishandled her, and it's a reason to, like, he put his hands on her and almost made her pass out. No amount of money can suffice that. He shouldn't be putting his hands on nobody. So there's no payment that can suffice. Let me pay me for him beating my butt, him strangling me or putting his arm around me and almost making me pass out and not paying me and talking to me any kind of way.
But how can you prove that? It's your word against mine. You don't have no pictures or no scars. You ain't got no emergency room bill, no none of that.
And so I'm not saying like she has a clear path to win this, but I am saying that if he put his hands on her, no amount of money can take the place of a man putting their hands on you. That he shouldn't put his hands on her.
It is a amount of money. Why you think they suing for? Because they want a amount of money.
Now that April, I agree with you with. That's why she don't want this relationship to fail. That's why she don't want nothing to happen to him, so she want to pay people off. Allegedly.
Somebody an amount of money. That's why they suing to get an amount of money. You ain't want no money, just file the criminal charges and press charges and go on about your business. Why you filing lawsuits? Because it's a amount of money.
I'm trying to see. I don't know. I guess the Julia lady that was in that stopped by to tell us that. I'm just trying to look up anything that I could find on that information she was giving us. APZ said, "You and I are different women. A lot of women just want the money for real, for real. Like you right. Now you right about that. You throw $2-3 million in my face and I'll never have to work again and worry again. Somebody might take that. You're right. And then on the other hand, I'm just saying that what I'm saying is that men should not put their hands on women, period. And there's no amount of money that is going to make that okay. But they'll take the money, even though it happens. Some women will just go ahead and take the money because, man, they need it. And I get that. You give me $4-5 million too, I might sit down too. Take the money, and I'll go away. But other women are not like that. I'm just saying that we shouldn't say that just hush and take the money. Let that be an option. I mean, let that be the woman's choice if she want to do it. But if she decides not to take the money, we can't kick her and beat her down for it. She wanted to do it that way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, to your point, APZ, heck yeah, they're taking the money for real, for real. You give me 3 or 4 million. See what I'm gonna do. Just don't beat me down, break me down. Just, you know. So anyway, that's deep conversation. I'm trying to find this on Stefon.
And then allegedly the sheriff, she grimy as heck anyway. Old grimy lady. Cause how the heck you coming to cook in my house? Look at Cardi B's standpoint. You coming to cook in me and her and her boyfriend house every day, coming to cook a meal, and you sleeping with him behind my back, and then you smiling up in my face and serving me your food that you cooked, knowing that you just slept with her man. That's grimy.
It is grimy. It is. It's jacked up. They said, so regarding the charges, Diggs is accused of felony strangulation and suffocation. We know all that. A misdemeanor assault and battery in connection with alleged December 2025 incident in Dedham, Massachusetts. His lawyer has denied these claims, and the Patriots have issued a statement supporting Diggs' denial and stating that they are gathering information. An arraignment is scheduled for January 23rd, 2026. The NFL notes that Diggs can currently play, but might be placed on commissioner exempt list following formal charges or an arraignment. So what is that? Placed on a commissioner exempt list. Yeah, we're gonna get there too. We're gonna get there too, right? Montana, did you hear my question?
What question?
I said, what is a commissioner? He said, the NFL notes that Diggs can currently play, but might be placed on the commissioner exempt list following formal charges or an arraignment.
The exempt list means the commissioners, he got final say so even over the owners of what to do with their teams.
Yeah, so, I know that, but what does that mean?
But if he on the exempt list, that means that the commissioner could suspend him indefinitely. That means basically he can't play. He not.
Okay. In early January 2026, Diggs commented on recent events, expressing surprise and apologizing for his absence while indicating he couldn't discuss the open case. Diggs is also involved in another legal proceeding, including a libel lawsuit filed in October 2025 against an influencer regarding alleged accusations from 2023. An ex-girlfriend filed a lawsuit earlier in 2025 alleging physical assault in 2024, which his team disputes. Additionally, Diggs is in a civil lawsuit with Mia Jones, whom he accused of assault and extortion in February 2025, and who filed a countersuit in October alleging actual battery and assault. In personal news, Diggs recently had a son with rapper Cardi B. This man got lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit for putting his hands on a woman or actually assaulting them. He's still getting paid and he's still being able to play.
Because I guess with the general manager and the owner, they can let him play, but if the commissioner say no, that's the final say so, even though the owner say yeah.
Oh, okay. So Harlem, I guess Harlem looked it up. It's a paid leave while being investigated. Oh, okay. So he's still gonna get paid.
Yeah, that means he going indefinitely until everything is over with.
You know what I would be doing? I would be figuring out where to invest my money, how to build something, because if football ain't gonna work out because of these charges, I gotta be figuring how to have money still flowing in. It says no. She said no, he can't play or attend practice. He's paid while investigated. So he's cut off.
Can't practice. Yeah, that's why I say definitely he can't practice no nothing. He can't be around the team or nothing. But he don't care. He getting paid regardless. Well, probably he do care, but at the same time, at least he getting paid. He's still getting paid though.
He's still getting paid, yeah, but he ain't gonna be able to. I mean, he's gonna have to go get a personal trainer at home to work out so he can stay on top of things, so that he don't fall off in the event that he beat the case. But he got several pending cases. Yeah. Anyway, so y'all, this is good conversation. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. All the agrees to disagree, because I didn't agree with everything tonight. And people didn't agree with me. And I love this about our channel, that we can have these conversations and not offend one another. We're adults here. And so it was a good conversation. I like the dialogue. I like, being able to pick things apart, when we don't agree, because, we can see things from every angle, I believe. But we're going to try to get our hands on the Will Smith case. Now, Brother Bilal sit down with Tasha K. He said, let's pull him up just in case people don't know. Just a minute. Just a minute. All right. Did you get a response from Wright, Montana?
No.
I sent the flyer to him. He said, okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah. So I think we might be onto something there.
What about your boy Trump? That was a bold
Oh my
move
gosh.
today.
Let me get through this and we can touch on him really quick. Did he stumble through his speech today?
Oh no. Well,
Did you see it?
I looked at part of it, but all I was just saying, that was a gangster move he pulled today. That was gangster.
Let me see. I don't know if that happened, but we about to see.
And said he taking over their country. He gonna run it.
He sure did. He said, we'll just run this right quick. We got this. We gonna run Venezuela. What? So listen, Brother Bilal went on Tasha K. He got 100 kids. He probably do. Listen, oh, come on. So Brother Bilal here is he said on Tasha K, he had an interview with Tasha K. So he's been going on this little tour around different platforms, and he's saying that so all the while him coming out with about Will Smith and Jada and everything that had went on, that he's claiming that he's filing a lawsuit against Jada for, he was in out of the country somewhere. I can't remember. I was gonna remember where, but he was riding. He said Colombia, and he had a driver that would drive him around. It was kind of like an assistant, would do things for him. And he said, and one day, because he's been speaking loudly about Jada and Will and the people Will mess with, and Jada having like something like a freak off like Diddy and all kind of stuff. And so he said, but Jada and Will are powerful people. And so he was in Colombia, and the driver picked him up. They was making errands or whatever, and a car drove up behind them. And they said in Colombia, they have these roads that don't have rails, and somehow they ended up down in the rail. The man is still in critical condition. Bilal had some broken bones or whatever. And so he feels like allegedly Will and Jada had somebody was trying to unalive him. So he went off the Richter for a while, but he's come back, and he's saying that he's going to show the evidence that if something happens to him because he feels like somebody's wanting to unalive him, that there are 6 or 7 people that will get a thumb drive that was going to show everything Jada did. Everything. It's going to show all the evidence. But until then, he's going to go to court. He's filed the lawsuit, and he's going to prove whatever it is he's trying to prove that Jada did or didn't do for him. Well, Jada had went to the Breakfast Club and was like, when she came out, paparazzi was there. She was like, they're going to sue. They're going to sue. And he was like, have they sued me yet? Because he told her, either you sue me or I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you because I got the evidence. So this is going to be this is when he said, this is the guy that said, he said right here, he said that by the end of the year 2026, I believe he said 26, you're going to see these two people, Jada and Will, in a criminal court, being criminally charged for whatever it is they're being criminally charged for. So Bilal, I feel like, is playing a very dangerous game, but it's his truth. He said it's his truth. He said he said, listen, you can't go to court and not have evidence. You have to have proof. He said he has the solid proof to take them down, to take Jada down. So we're going to be watching this. Listen, 2026 is the year of lawsuits, or did it start in 2025 and it's just a continuation? Like, it ain't even the first full week of January 2026, and a lot of stuff has come down the pipe. So we're going to continue to follow these stories. We're going to get the lawsuits. We're going to be in courtrooms. We're going to do what we need to do to cover these stories. April says Bilal has been talking for years. And he's finally, he says he's going to represent himself, but I don't know about that. I think he should get representation, but he's actually filed the lawsuit, and they're going to move forward, is what he's saying. He said there was a court date that Will was supposed to appear in. Will didn't show up for that court date. He was subpoenaed. So he did subpoena Will, but Will didn't show up at the court date. So anyway, that's really all I had. That was a lot tonight. Good conversation. I appreciate y'all being here. If you didn't hit the like on the way in, go ahead and do it on the way out. Thank y'all so much for this conversation. Like, this was a good live tonight. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Tomorrow night on our live, because yes, it is Sunday, but we're still going to be live. But 30 minutes of that segment is going to be a sports segment with Montana being the host. This is something new Montana wants to try to bring to the channel, to add some more to the channel. I appreciate Montana trying to figure things out differently over here. We're doing really well. We're moving up. We're just about at 10K. But he wants to we're gonna take this sports thing on a trial run to see how it works. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 30-minute segment for Blacklink Mag Media Sports Channel with Montana, to see how it goes. We'll do that a couple of times just to see how that works. If it does pretty good, we get some headway. He will get 30 minutes on Sunday if you guys want to join and join in on the conversation. I don't know how many of the ladies are sports women, but I'm getting there just having these conversations. I'm really not a sports person, but I can get there. I can get there if it does well. If it does well, I can get there. So join us tomorrow live, 8 o'clock to 8:30, the sports segment, and then we'll do our regular live after that. So you guys, again, thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed, and see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time right here live at Blacklink Mag Media. Thank y'all again. Good night.
Good night, y'all.